Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of your favorite game, Tank Mechanics Simulator. Let's go ahead and dive right in and finish off this M3 half track and the Vickers E that we were working on last time. Let's finish off with start off with the Vickers E, shall we? Okay, we got if I remember correctly, we had it all painted, had all the parts outsourced for repairs, so it should be fully ready to be built or rebuilt. So let's go ahead and put everything on then, shall we? So we got half our road wheels done. We're just about done with this side of the road wheels. Hey, this time my audio's not doubled up like it was the other night. Let's get our rear mud guards on. Get our tracks. Get our front track. And that's one side done. We're going to come over here. We're going to get these parts here real quick. Got that and that. That air vent. Air exhaust. Engine hatch. Exhaust. I don't see anything else in there at the moment. Alright, the air filter. Carburetor. Air cooler. Grab this air vent, get this on. Okay, I don't see anything in there, so let's move our way in to the inside. I am missing pieces, parts. Haha, I knew it. Okay. I'm gonna get all these up. Oh, get the fuel line. Thank you. Come on, get there. There we go. Okay. Forgot about that fuel line. So there's those. So we're good there for that. So let's get all these engine hatches, all this area in here for our drivers and everything. Get our front drive shafts, the steering mechanisms on. Grab our steering levers. Yeah, steering levers. Okay, let's grab our road wheels here. And grab our leaf spring, bogey arms, and other suspension arms and road wheels. I'm pretty sure that's everything there for the inside, but we'll still double check once we have everything else put back together. You know, can never be too sure. You always want to make sure you have every piece on. Otherwise, you don't max out your money. So, then we come up here, we grab our headlights. Double check. We go around, we double check. Hit E just in case. And we scan over the vehicle with our mouse. Make sure we got everything here. Okay. Hull exterior is good. Hull interior is good. Let's go rebuild our engine. Make sure there's nothing missing on the engine. There is. E wires. Okay. Something's missing. Something's bad on our engine, so let's take a look at it. Let's see. The timing gears. We gotta take this cover off. Take our fuel pump and then get to these. There we go. Aha, see? Wouldn't have to be 100 if those were rusty. So now that that's done, we put our accessory gear back on. Our fuel pump. And look at that. Our engine's now at 100. So now we put that back in the Vickers. Back in our tank. So that's done. Then we go over here and we build up the turret. I know I'm talking a lot more than I usually do. So let's get all these bolts on. Okay. Just a few more to go. And Gun 1, done. Grab our gun mantlet, our gun breech, MG base, outer barrel jackets, recoil brakes and barrel, all the visors. Missing a visor, there we go. And that is now 100. We're gonna do this just in case, make sure it's all 100, yep. Okay, Vickers E. Now we're gonna see what we're missing here on the filter. Knew it. Knew I was forgetting something. See, just like that, and now the Vickers E is done. So now, well, that's what we're waiting on. We're not gonna wait on anything. We're gonna come over here and we're gonna finish. And we're gonna build up this one because what I want to do is build both tanks or build both vehicles up at once. You know, it gives me more money if I do them both at once. Let's get our radiators and grill flaps. It's easier to do it that way. Exhaust, our cooling filters, our air filters, partitions, so we can get our master cylinder rods and cables and stuff. And the steering wheel, if I can get a hold of it. Nope, looks like I'm missing some parts. Okay, let's get all these in here. Yep, definitely missing some parts. Let's get these on. I know I'm talking normally a lot more than I usually do in these videos. I guess today I just have more energy than I normally do. Okay, let's get these frame brackets on. Oh, look at that! There's some damage. I didn't notice. Got our vertical springs on. Our bogey arms. It's an odd name for those parts, honestly. Like, who named these things? I mean, come on, bogey arms? Just doesn't sound right. Or boggy, or however they pronounce it. Okay. Got these. Okay. Come on, I want to get the fuel hose. There we go. Can't forget all that. Our seat covers, our railings, battery cover, door, site B, door here, that, backrest. The railing there. Backrest. So I need to buy that. Our lock handles here. Let's go buy our missing parts real quick. Our gearbox covered, our floors, our seats, our driver sights. Oh, can't forget the canister. And the engine hatch over here. And headlight. Build up this side of the tire. Okay, then get our rear bumper and hook, and we go down underneath. And we get that fuel hose. Then we get that radiator cap. Almost forgot about that. Okay, now that's everything down here. So now we start painting up the frame and the body, or the hull, as they call it. And I don't see anything missing down here. I know I'm missing stuff on the inside. There we go. Okay. Now let's see what else we're missing. If anything. Ah, the shovel. Cuss. Grab our welder, fix this up. Come on, this side, make sure there's nothing to weld over here. Close up the engine hatch. Then we come over here and rebuild the engine. Or finish rebuilding the engine anyway. Oh, there we go. No, I don't want that in the Vickers E. There we go. Okay. We got our engines in, our tanks are done. Let's go make our money, get our money back. Or get our money. Boom, there's 883 grand right there. Boom, there's 45,000 or 400 right there. Alright, let's see what we got now. We got ooh, an IS-2. I haven't done one of those yet. I made Greyhound and a Panzer J. We're gonna do the IS-2. As well as the Greyhound. I don't think I've ever done an IS-2 on this game yet. Or maybe I have, I just don't remember. I don't know. Anyway, let's grab our welder and get to patching. I really wish the next update for this would be like, you know, make the shop a little bigger. Maybe make this area between the door and the stairs a little wider to get to. To get between. As well as adding maybe 2 more tank bays. Or repair bays. God, that would be so much easier. Alright, let's start tearing this down from here. Okay. There's a lot of wires on this thing. A lot of parts too. Holy cow. Ow! I stabbed myself in the chest. My fingernail. Ow. That stung. Okay, grab these radio connectors. So we can get all our radio off. ammo box, radio case, gun receipt. Don't like I have to grab all these little parts like this to tear the turret ammo racks out, but it is what it is. Okay, so we got all that done. So the interior's done. Now we come up here. We come up here. Thank you. We grab all these parts for this. Take off all these parts. Come around the back. And grab that. And that. And that is the turret torn down with the IS-2. So let's go ahead and de-rustify it. And sand her on down. Switch over to primer. Prime it on up. Sand it up. Paint it on down. Okay, where am I? Okay, there we go. And we come over here and we start tearing it down. God, that's a lot of mudguard parts. Okay, we gotta get all these steel tank straps off. And of course, you gotta get these itty bitty little fuel caps. Just so I can take off these fuel tanks. Which honestly, whoever designed this tank was a bit of an idiot, in my opinion. I mean, who puts a fuel tank of a tank on the outside of the tank? Like, you're just begging to be blown up at that point. Unless it's like heavily reinforced and can withstand a tank round or armor-piercing shells. Even then, you ain't lasting. It ain't gonna work. Okay, let's get all these guide roller parts off. Get all these road wheels done. On this side, anyway. Grab our idler wheel. Tension mechanism. Come over on this side and do the same thing. Ah, 50 billion screws later. Okay. Now, this would probably be easier if I sped up the video, but... Okay, we got half this done. Good lord, there's so many parts on this tank. Well, so many screws anyway. Or bolts. Okay, so we got that. We got these these. Okay. realize there was all this. Holy cow. Come on, good. There's just so much here. So many wires. Holy cow. Oh my god, there's so many wires. So many hoses, so many wires. Good god. Whoever designed this tank was a masochist. Had to be, because good god, I would not want to be the one to want to build this tank, especially with all those wires. Especially with all these gears on this gearbox. Holy cow. So many gears. Okay. Got our gearbox out. Now we do our 50 billion wires again. Okay. Keep doing the 50 billion wires. Start right. Come on. There we go. Get all these off. Good lord, just to tear this down is going to take me forever. Come on, here we go. So many parts, holy cow. It's going to be forever to put this thing back together. Why? Because there's just so many parts. Just for the driver's side alone. Or for the cockpit of the tank alone. Holy cow. Good lord, that took forever. And we still got a few more parts to go. I still got all this back here to do. Just got all this gear cover. And my I still got to tear down the engine. Maybe. Depending on how bad it is. Okay. buy our missing parts. Okay, and we're gonna outsource all our parts. I knew I was missing. Knew I was missing something. Okay. So for that, we're just going to leave that as yellow, or as solid metal for now, because I want to, get everything built first. So we're going to buy double the missing parts. Source out that. And get to building. Okay, let's get all these valves in. Exhaust manifold here. $50 billion valves. 50 billion valves later. Okay, what am I missing here? What am I missing? Do I need the one? Ah, the camshaft drive. Ah. That's what I was missing. Holy moly, that's a lot of bolts. So let's do that. These last three here. These wires here. And then we do the same over here. And junction pump lines. Our coolant tank. Fuel lines here. Let's see what's missing here. Oh, the fuel pump. There it is. Okay, that engine is now 100%. So, which means I can now do this. Throw that back in. You know what, actually. Covers, gearbox cover. We're going to sell those. I'm going to sell everything that's like a lid. This way it's easier for me to see what I'm doing and not getting myself covered up. Getting covered in everything here. Makes that easier to do this. ugly looking yellow, but okay, maybe we'll have to do that. Just okay, let's get these gears on and our brake parts on. Let's get all this framing done. Let's get all this hull hardware on so that way it's out of the way. Okay, so we got that. And we get all this done. Yay, my favorite thing, 50 billion boats. Wish I could just like press one and they would all go in. It'd be so much easier that way. But no, I have to do each one individually. Which is the bane of my existence. Okay. We're just about done with this side of the tracks. Just to finish putting on these idler wheels. And then put the track on. And then we can do the other side, and then we work on the inside. And the ungodly amount of wires. Okay, got that one. Got that one. And that's done. Our mudguards on. Cross beam. headlight, our horn. Oh, look at that. I missed a couple of rusty parts up here. I didn't even recognize or realize. Fuel caps, huh? Okay, now that we got that, we're going to go in here. Go yellow so I can see what I'm doing. Our oil cooler's in. And we do all these 50 bajillion rods. Water container in the bracket. You be there. Okay, let's do this side real quick. Because I know these will get in the way. Okay. I just don't have any problems with my encoder right now, so I think I finally got the settings right. After months of fighting with it. Okay, got that one. Come on. Can't forget the caps. And the hammer. Okay, got that one. Okay, so you got that one. Sorry about all the noise in the background. I have the mic up as loud as I can get so everybody can actually hear me talking. I don't know if it's actually picking up the game audio or not. So if not, you'll probably just be hearing me talking while this is going. Okay. So now we got all these. Get our mud guards on. Oh, here's all the wires. Our gear selectors. Okay. Fuel distributor. Fuel hose. Tank. Come on, there we go. Okay. All our wires here. Our seat frame. Clutch pedal. Oh, gotta hit the handbrake. Don't forget the fuel tanks, or fuel caps. And the battery wires. That bracket. And then we throw on the engine cover. Come on, there we go. No, I'm not missing anything other than these. So what's on here? So we'll just get these fuel caps on. Get that just so I can be sure I'm missing anything. Yep, I am, right there. Anything over here? Nope. I'm missing something though. What's it? Hull interior. Oh, way the heck down here. Oh, it's just the paint. Okay. Do the paint job. Oh, exterior. What is it missing over here? Fuel tank caps. Ah, yes, those. So let's get those painted up. Okay, the body's done. Our engine's done, our interior's done, our hull is done. So now we go over here and we build up our turret. Because it wants to fight me. Okay. Mechanism. Wow, with the shelf. Repair scope. G-rack. You. Barrel. Okay, then we come in here and we get all this put in. build up the radio. We put in our ammo racks, our gunner seats, the 50 billion periscopes, our hatches, our ammo racks here. Double check everything. Okay, then we do our MG here. Make sure nothing's missing on the interior. Nothing here. Okay. Let's see what's missing. Fuel tank oil cap. Yep, I knew it. The oil caps. Yeah, I was forgetting something. And the IST was done. Let's see how much money we make for that, shall we? Boom! 72 grand. Now let's come over here. Do the same to this one. First start out by welding it up. Weld up on every side, obviously. Turn our light on so we can see what we're doing. And then we start the teardown. Now, usually I was gonna do those drag link to the sight pieces, but I'm not gonna do it this time. I will take off the outer hatches, the upper hatches here. So let's take off this. Have our leaf springs here. So obviously I want to get all this out. You know what? Yeah, I'll leave those. I don't want to deal with those. Okay. We come on this side and do our tires over here. So actually grab these shackles and hooks real quick. The exhaust. Torque rods. I had that one off, I just didn't. Okay. Got these box lids. Can't speak at all today, can I? Okay, now we go tear down. Come in here. just had to... No, you be that way. Fine. Be that way? Fine. We'll do that. There. Yeah, it was to get it. There. The seats. And that. Done. So now let's de-rustify it. Sander down. Do the same to this. Got our engine off. Yeah, I'm not fighting with this engine. Much as I want to do a full rebuild even with the engine, I'm not doing that. So I don't want to fight this one. Buy our missing parts. Outsource the bad parts. And rebuild it. Okay, so we got all that from there. So now we rebuild this up. Okay, get our torque rods on. Oops, I forgot to take all these out. Sand up the gearbox. Okay. Oh. Okay. Okay, we got that. Okay, we got these parts on. Oop. We come over here, we go to this side, and we do the same thing over here. Okay. And the shock absorbers on. box lids, a mud guard, antenna, heel cap, hammer, fuel tank, cap. Open that up just so I can put the radiator in. That. Okay. Shroud, fan hub, built, filter, cylinder, air shaft. Heck, that fuel is right. Come on. Get it? Yeah. And radiator cap, so I won't forget that. Joint, bracket, shaft joint, shaft joint, shaft joint, shaft joints. Shaft joints everywhere. Transfer case with all the shaft joints. One, two, and three. One. One. Boom. Okay. Pretty sure that's just about everything. Pretty sure that's everything. Minus the paint, that is. So let's prime it all up. Paint it all up. Paint it up. Yep. Yep. Something underneath. Something on the side. Right here. Okay. That's done. Come over here and finish off the hull, and this tank will be done once I'm done here in a minute. Put everything back on the way it was. And now it's all refilled, rebuilt. Okay. And now we have this done. So that goes back over here. Then we see what's missing. The oil pump breather. Engine. Duh. Okay. And this tank is now done. Let's go here. And then we go run over to the computer. See what we got for the next tanks. See, an H1, Sherman. Shermans, I'm not doing any of those. Not doing a Sherman. M10, no, not doing Shermans. Not doing digs. Not doing digs. I'm not doing dig sites. An M20 utility. Panzer C, no. 34, so let's do the M20. And the M10, even though I just did one. And that'll be for the next episode. That'll be for next time. Bang out feather. Yeesh. Ew. Yeah. Damage. Bad. Damage is bad. Bad. Very bad. Okay. Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode. So, don't forget to hit like and subscribe, leave a comment, and hit that bell icon. And we'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!